He was telling me how much I need to change. He was gaslighting the out of me. And then wants a hug. And it's like, What's up, InStyle?
What's up, InStyle?
Today we're gonna be opening up some fan mail.
There is not one thing Lindsay has said that has made me think negatively about Carl. It's all his own words and actions that make him look bad. I mean, because I didn't really say anything about Carl. I didn't have to. I didn't do any, I didn't go around the house like he did talking negatively about him.
It's unfortunate that that's what the narrative is around our relationship. You'll see at the reunion, but the first night that I was in the house, she called me Carl behind my back. I didn't know that that was said until the show aired. If anything, rewatching, I'm finding things of her planting and positioning, her almost pushing me away in a sense.
Marriages are hard.
Yes.
They have their up and down moments. Was she harsh? Yes. But Kyle can be annoying. Yes. LOL.
Concur.
Yeah, you spend 9 years of your life with Kyle, and you tell me how nice you want to be to him every single day, okay?
Sounds like a good time to me.
He's just a lot 24/7.
But sometimes she doesn't realize when she's being harsh, even when I'm...
No, I know. I have no patience for you.
But I could be doing, like literally breathing or chewing.
And I tell you, it's not you, it's me, but you have to get away from me.
So there it is, marriage. Go for it. We've been in the longest standing relationship on the show. I don't expect other people to truly understand what it's like to have your relationship picked apart until they've kind of experienced it firsthand.
Fights that we have that would be in private, that other couples would have in private, and like they wouldn't share it with their friends, let alone the whole world. We have it, and then we have to talk about it like 12 times over, and then we have to talk about it 6 months later, and then we have to watch it with everyone. So little things that we would probably normally just be like whatever about, we just have to keep talking through and watching and hearing everyone's opinions on. So it's interesting. Everyone should try it.
We're used to other people's opinions, but in what world do two people break up and then they have to relive that breakup over and over and over and over and talk about it and hear about it and talk about it and hear about it and watch it for almost an entire year after before you're allowed to move on from it?
We got... Oh my God. Carl wanted to break up with Lindsay this entire summer, and you can't tell me otherwise. Hashtag summer house, hashtag peacock. I mean, that's just not true. I went into the summer, we were engaged, I wanted to get married. I didn't want to end the relationship. I just knew that we were not ready to move forward with the wedding. And I realized that over the course of the summer and multiple ups and downs and different ruptures in our relationship, there were serious things, in my opinion, that were not being addressed. And I felt like we needed to try and broach that. And my attempt to broach that is how the relationship ended. You have to dig deep sometimes when it's not right. I felt like I had to tell her that it wasn't right.
Listen, I will never invalidate somebody who wants to break up, right? Carl wanted to break up, totally valid in his feelings. It was the way he went about it that was on a different level of betrayal that I just thought our friendship went beyond the show. When the show trumped our friendship, our relationship, and our partnership, it made it really easy to shut my emotions off and just say, I will never give this man any emotion of mine ever again. With that said, do I think ultimately it was for the best? Yes, I do. But it should have never, ever, ever gone down that way, ever. Completely lacking respect, integrity. I mean, he humiliated me. I was completely humiliated. I've known this man for almost a decade, and we've been best friends for a very long time.
She thought Carl called up cameras, which is false. And so I kind of understand where she's coming from.
Carl was trying to bait me. He already knows what he's gonna do. Now he just has to go make me the fall guy so he comes out pristine at the end of the day. I was calm. Most of the time I was just confused about what was going on because it made no sense to me.
When I said to Lindsay that I reminded her that they were fighting all summer, it was my way of being like, listen, it wasn't just the past 2 weeks. You guys were in it for a while, and maybe that came off the wrong way, but I meant it from a place of this is for the best. You guys we're not getting along.
I mean, pretty much everything we filmed together on camera was cringy and very, very difficult to watch because we were just not there. It's sad, honestly. The whole thing is just really sad.
Carl telling Lindsay how to hug him after literally picking her personality apart is probably the most awkward thing I've seen on TV in a while. And I watched the Pump Rules reunion this week. My skin was crawling. He just said a lot of like nasty things, not only in that specific conversation, which was like on the finale, but also the kitchen conversation before that when I was in the pink cover-up. The 2 conversations out by the pool. All of these conversations and the ones in the bed, like he was slinging mud. He was saying nasty things to me, being contradictory. He was telling me how much I need to change. He was gaslighting the out of me. And then wants a hug. And it's like, like, let me show you how soft and tender I don't want to be.
I'm going to stand up for Amanda. Thank you. I love that. She was standing up for Carl because she was hearing his side of the story the whole time and the other girls were only hearing Lindsay's side. I had a better understanding of what was going on between them because I was hearing from both of their perspectives, which is why before even watching anything back, I felt like you could not point fingers and that neither one of them were really to blame for the demise of the relationship.
I feel like it was like Johnny Carson used to put the mail up to his head and guess. Why did you break up with Lindsay on camera? If MSN Messenger was still around, what screen names would the cast use? Well, first of all, it's AOL Instant Messenger.
MSN Messenger? I used AOL Messenger.
I had AAM. Did you have MSN?
Activated hubs? I don't know, some dumb shit like that.
Kyle's was
screen name.
Cook Me a 69.
Cook Mia 69. Like, serve one up.
Mine was OX Blonde Brunette XO.
Carl Rack 33, because I used to be Carl Rack 23, but I forgot my password. And back then, you like had to start a new account. So I was Carl Rack 33.
I want West to be Westicle.
Paige would probably be like, Paigey loves clothes. I don't know, like, I'm thinking of something silly.
Sierra.
Cosplay lover. Or like Bikini Babe.
What's the acronym for live action role playing?
Oh no, she'd be like
LARP. Yeah, LARP
No, she
799.
doesn't do that.
Started watching #SummerHouse from the beginning, and I now understand the reason behind Kyle's mullet.
Okay, I would love to hear what you think the reason behind Kyle's mullet is, because to this day, I don't understand.
Let me explain. Circa 2004, I traded a $120 pair of aviators for a mullet at a Halloween party. It became like my alter ego. I'd break it out at a theme party or a holiday party or whatever, sparingly. And that carried into the very first party on Summer House, which is a July 4th party. I put the mullet on. It's a lifestyle, it's a mindset.
And I'm so glad that it's gone. Amanda has amazing talent. Thank you. Style, thank you. And design skills. She's a powerhouse. Can we petition Jenna Lyons to mentor her? Would love to see some Roni and Summerhouse crossover of women supporting women. I love this. Wow. You know, sometimes when I wear my glasses, people say that I remind them of Jenna Lyons, and I think that's such a compliment. She's such a beautiful woman. If I had to share a closet with any housewife ever, it would probably be Jenna Lyons. I wear things that I feel comfortable in. I like when I'm wearing my clothes versus my clothes wearing me. I like to balance, you know, some masculine and feminine aspects to everything that I put on. Today I went for soccer player.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just, someone get a ball? Well, I think you have phenomenal style, so.
That's the first time he's ever told me that.
That's untrue.
I'm guessing this is gonna be another question about Lindsay. We need a show with Bravo best buds. Kyle, Carl, West, Jesse, Craig, and Austin, and the Toms. Let them do dumb shit and settle who's the best duo. I mean, I think we're all dumb idiots.
That would be awesome, a competition show. It should be like Love
mind.
Island vibes where they ask the questions and they're like, you know, they read the card and you have to guess which person it is and you have to try to like guess your partner, except there's no making out.
Hey, I'm for it.
I don't know. I don't even know who would really want to watch all of those guys in one room doing stupid shit. I feel like you already watch us do stupid shit on our own shows, and us together, it might not be that exciting.
What about an ultimate girls trip, speaking
here we
of,
go.
with Amanda, Sierra, Paige, Lindsay, Gabby, Katie, Ariana, Jordan, Noelle, Grace, Lily, Lucia, and Mia. I can imagine this could be a lot of fun. Hashtag pump rules, hashtag summer house, hashtag summer house Martha's Vineyard, hashtag Southern Charm, hashtag watch what happens live, hashtag Bravo TV, hashtag Bravo. That would be wild. That's how many girls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's some like firecrackers and great women with one-liners and opinions, and I would love to see them all in a room together and see what happens. But it has to be summer house style, where they're just trapped 24/7.
Right. Sign on to surveillance.
And things really bottle up, and then there's some explosions. I'd watch that.
I wish they filmed Lindsay going to Mexico with the girls. I know. I mean, it was brutal. I was a mess that entire morning. I was terrified. I had a lot of anxiety. We had to go film. This is 48 hours after my world just exploded. So I think after that, we were all just like, that was a lot. It was really intense. You know, that moment with the girls was really special. I think we ended on like that, you know, positive note despite being in a tragic situation.
Amanda was speaking truth, and they didn't want to hear it. Page 2, as a viewer, how could you see any other outcome? Not all best friends should be lovers. There was like mixed feelings about what I was saying, I think. Obviously that stuff was said, most of it without Lindsay there, because I would have never said that in front of her. That was not the time, that was not the place. Also, what people don't know is the day that it happened, I texted Lindsay immediately, and I went and met up with her. I brought wine, we ordered pizza. I was by her side literally the moment that it happened.
Last question, and I was right about what I guessed. It's awful to have a lens into a relationship that breaks apart, even though it has been a must-watch season. I wish both Carl and Lindsay the best and to find fulfillment. It's sad, it's heartbreaking. I've been on this show since we started season 1, filming in 2016. Lindsay was also there. The things we've shared with the audience and the things we've been through. It's obviously amazing to be able to share these things, but it also, like, we're human beings too. And, you know, the whole result of the relationship dissolving it's been painful. It's been very hard. But at the same time, I feel like it was the best decision for the both of us. It's been hard, but yeah, the fans and the support we've gotten has been amazing. Lindsay deserves support for sure. I mean, I've always been the type who, like, as a male, you just take a lot more sometimes, I feel like, in this situation. I'm not trying to blame her or play victim. I am responsible for the breakdown in this relationship just as much as she is, so.
Will Carl and Lindsay ever be friends again? I think I can tolerate him. I think that I can be in the same room as him. I can listen to his that he spews. I just will never trust him ever again in my life.
I'm always optimistic that maybe there's a future we could be friendly. You know, for right now, it's been cordial. I genuinely wish her all the best, and I wish her nothing but happiness. I hope, you know, the relationship she's in is healthy and happy. Who knows? Like, there were people in my past I never thought I'd be friends with again, and individuals working on themselves and different timing, and who knows, so.
Thanks for opening some fan mail with me, InStyle.
Catch Summer House streaming on Peacock.
I think there's a lot of missing context, so I regret going as hard as I did, you know, on Lindsay.
Says that every year.
Well, I always expect people to help fill in some of the blanks, and nobody has the courage.